Thank you. Yeah, thank you for Diane, to Diane for introducing me. Actually, Diane was one of my very earliest friends here in Silicon Valley. Yeah, we've been knowing each other for almost 7 to 8 years. I came to Silicon Valley in the early of 2011, and then Summer and I just met Diane, and we had very great talk and collaboration during the past years. Yeah, so thanks again. And also thanks to Alan for sharing us about and how a traditional giant like P&G could cope business challenges through technology innovation and technology processes. And we can also figure out from Alan's speech that some of this kind of the tech innovation or the technology process are actually indirectly impacting the business, which means those hidden behind technology and technology innovation process cannot be accurately evaluated through this very traditional economic or the quantitative statistics. So I think that's also something that's also the very important issue that the brightest or the smartest economists at this moment in this world are concerning about. So, well, let me show you an example. Just Alibaba. Everybody knows Alibaba, right? One of the most well-known tech giants in the world. Actually, Alibaba, they launched a program, or they just launched an institution named Luohan Academy a couple of years ago. And just Luohan Academy, and this institution has a very Buddhism name, but its mission is actually to invite the economists and the sociologists together to discuss the more ambitious social and economic issues that accompany with tech and science innovation issues. So just at their annual conference, not pretty long ago, this year held in Hangzhou, and some Nobel Prize winners gathering together and sharing the same concern is that are those traditional methodologies of economic statistics and quantitative evaluation really suitable for evaluating technology innovation? Or can we say, could those very old tools of economics statistics truly reflect the full value of the technology innovation? And their answer is very obvious, no. Because there's so many important things beyond GDP, GMV, or this kind of the so-called growth hackings. For example, how technology could help people to leave the dangerous work environment and to liberate themselves from repetitive and meaningless, inefficient working. And how technology innovation provide people with tools they cannot have in the past, allowing people to get rid of the limitations imposed by humans' body, and how technology could be provided for human to better protect our environment and exist and extend our life, themselves, and our planet. I think much of the core value of technology innovation is going to unpriced benefits that are not captured in those kind of the very traditional economic statistics. In my understanding, the essence of technology innovation is an instinct for human survival and creating a better world. I remember there's another person named Karl Marx shared a similar opinion with me. So in the philosophy of both the Western and Eastern world, the greatest thinkers have been arguing if the human nature is good or bad for 1,000 years. But if we put the same argument to the current world driven by technology, data, and artificial intelligence, it turns to be technology, good or bad. Okay, let's do a voting. How many of you guys think the technology is running in the wrong way at the right moment? Just raise up your hand. How many of you think technology is running in the wrong path to impact people's world at the current moment? Nobody thinks that. Oh, somebody thinks that, right? There's quite a few of that. How many things in the technology is running the right way to change people's life? Wow. Pretty optimistic, I think. Yeah, sure. I think this just drive us to another thinking about, is that the right moment to reevaluate the human nature of technology innovation? I really admire, and there are a lot of people truly believe that technology is running on the right path to change people's life, to change the world. Because when people think about that, it shows that those kind of people have a goodwill of technology innovation. That means tech for good. I think the direction of technology innovation is in the hands of human beings, or we can say it's in the hands of everybody present here. We strongly believe that technology should have its own sense of worth, and it should be good. The data should have the good sense of worth, and the algorithm should have its sense of worth. It should be good. And artificial intelligence should have its own sense of worth. It should be good. Only they are good enough, the technology innovation we mentioned earlier could not be quantified, can be positive. So therefore, we identify this year's the theme of the Silicon Valley, Silicon Valley as tech for good. Let me show you another example about tech for good is ant forest. I'm not sure how many of you guys heard from or hear about ant forest before. Just raise up your hand. Cool. Only almost 1/3 of the people heard of that before. Yeah, sure. This is and let me show you this picture. And this is a picture that a comparison of satellite images before and after planting a tree on the ant forest. And 2 days ago, the United Nations Environmental Program awarded the ant forest as the champions of this year's Earth Award, which is UN's highest environment honor. The ant forest is a side project of Ant Financial, and Ant Financial is Alipay's parent company. The ant forest users are encouraged to record their low carbon footprints through daily actions like take public transport, not driving cars, or paying utility bills online, not using the paper. So for each action, those users receive green energy points. And when they accumulate a certain number of points, an actual tree under their name is planted. So since its launch in August 2016, it has planted around 122 million trees in some of China's very driest areas, including the arid regions in Inner Mongolia, Gansu province, Qinghai province, and Shanxi province. The trees have already covered the area of 112,000 hectares. Of course, Ant Forest is a very simply designed product, but proves how technology can be led to good. However, advanced technologies can show technology can do good things in more advanced ways. So this is a report from McKinsey in this May to identify 3 technology categories have significant potential to improve key areas of well-being. They're data and AI, connectivity and platforms, and robotics. In today's event, you will hear from our speakers who are very representative in these 3 areas. I think it's needless to say how data and AI are important today, but in the sense of tech for good, the most important value is to ensure that data and AI are provided to the most correct people with the highest efficiency. I think that's one of the most beautiful parts of data and AI. So today we will hear from Professor Peter Abiel from UC Berkeley to share with us the latest trends in AI research community, and some practitioners from companies like Google, Tencent, and LinkedIn will share their ideas about AI and data for good. And the second technology is about connectivity and platform. Nowadays, humans' habits have been changed by the internet, and many behaviors have been based entirely on the connectivity and platforms. It helps people to break the limits of time and space. So today we will have platform company like Nextfish to share more about that. And robotics. Robotics somehow is a very critical or is a very controversial technology because it may possibly replace people's jobs and bring us unemployment. However, this involves very complex measures, and there would be a long-term debate on that. But we want to remind that in these discussions, we should pay attention to the essence of the machine. It's for people, it's to help people, it's to help humans. We're very fortunate today to have access to Henry Evans, co-founder of Robotics for Humanity. His story is a perfect example of robotics that helps people with disabilities, better communication with others, and improve their own mobility. And one more thing I want to address here today is that tech for good is an important consensus in the current uncertain world. So today is Ping Wen's 7 years birthday. As a tech media and tech innovator community, we started to run in Silicon Valley and China from the day one. But during the past year, we felt some very significant change in terms of the atmosphere of communication and interaction between the both sides of the Pacific Ocean. We felt some people are trying to divide tech innovation with different worlds, into different worlds. Or some people think technology are good weapons than good wills. And technology innovation can be done through disconnectivity instead of connectivities. Some people think about that, but I believe, or we believe, tech for good is an important consensus in this divided world. If we believe tech can be led to good so that we can collaborate, inspire with each other, and create better things. Thank you.